Safety Management at Sea. Implementing the ISM Code. This presentation discusses the implementation of the International Safety Management ISM Code based on IMO Assembly Resolution A.1118, 30, which provides revised guidelines for administrations. The ISM Code was developed to ensure safe ship operations, prevent marine pollution, and establish a structured safety culture within shipping companies. The presentation explains how flag states verify the effectiveness of a company's safety management system, SMS, covering certification, audits, corrective actions, and continuous improvement. What the ISM Code requires. The ISM Code, adopted through IMO Resolution A.741, 18, became mandatory on July 1, 1998 with the entry into force of SOLAS Chapter IX. Its primary objective is to establish international standards for safe ship management and pollution prevention. Shipping companies are required to define safety and environmental protection objectives, develop and maintain a documented safety management system, and ensure that the SMS meets all functional requirements specified in Section 1.4 of the Code. The Code emphasizes that safety management must be systematic, documented, and continuously maintained. Mandatory application objectives. The mandatory application of the ISM Code serves two important purposes. First, it ensures compliance with mandatory international and national regulations concerning safe ship operation and environmental protection. Second, it ensures effective enforcement of these requirements by administrations. This means that flag states must not only verify that a company has established an SMS, but must also ensure that the system is implemented effectively and that ships comply with all applicable regulations. The focus is therefore on both compliance and enforcement. Role of DPA. The shipping company appoints the designated person ashore, DPA. Required by the ISM Code. The DPA is responsible for implementation of SMS system and links ships at sea with shore management, monitors safe operations, prevents pollution, and ensures ships get proper shore support. Scope and application of the guidelines. The revised guidelines establish the procedures for verifying that a company's safety management system complies with the ISM Code. They provide a framework for conducting interim, initial, annual, intermediate, and renewal verifications of both the Document of Compliance, DOC, and the Safety Management Certificate, SMC. The guidelines also explain when additional verifications may be necessary and outline the principles governing such inspections. These procedures ensure consistent implementation and oversight of safety management practices across the maritime industry. Verifying compliance with the ISM Code. Administrations verify ISM Code compliance by assessing two key aspects. The first is conformity, meaning that the company's SMS meets all requirements of the ISM Code. The second is effectiveness, meaning that the SMS actually achieves the safety and environmental objectives defined in the Code. The guidelines recommend avoiding overly prescriptive assessment criteria because each company's operations are unique. Instead, auditors should focus on whether the SMS effectively delivers safe operations and pollution prevention. This performance-based approach promotes practical and meaningful safety management. Certification and verification process. Certification under the ISM Code follows 5 major stages. The interim verification supports initial implementation of the SMS. The initial verification is the first comprehensive audit leading to the issuance of a DOC or SMC. Annual or intermediate verifications maintain certificate validity throughout the certification cycle. Renewal verification occurs before certificate expiry to continue certification. Additional verification may be required following specific events such as port state control detention or reactivation of a ship after a period out of service. These stages ensure continuous oversight of safety management performance. Document of Compliance Verification Cycle. The Document of Compliance follows a 5-year certification cycle. Following the initial verification, annual verifications are conducted every year. These annual audits must take place within 3 months before or after the anniversary date of the DOC. For companies operating from multiple shore-based locations or delegating SMS responsibilities, annual assessments should be arranged to cover all relevant sites during the DOC validity period. This approach ensures that the entire organization remains compliant and that safety management standards are consistently maintained. Safety Management Certificate and Additional Verification. The Safety Management Certificate, which is issued to the ship, also follows a structured verification cycle as carried out for verification of the company. However, there is no annual verification for the ship. Instead, one intermediate verification occurs between the second and third anniversary dates of the certificate. Administrations may increase the frequency of audits during the early stages of SMS implementation or when nonconformities indicate the need for closer monitoring. Additional verifications may be triggered by port state control detention, ship reactivation after layup, verification of corrective actions, or any other situation where the effectiveness of the SMS needs confirmation. The scope of such audits depends on the specific circumstances and may include both shore-based and shipboard operations. Anatomy of a safety management audit. A safety management audit consists of several systematic stages. The process begins with an application for audit and nomination of a lead auditor. A preliminary review of documentation is then conducted, followed by preparation of the audit plan. The audit itself is executed according to the plan, after which an audit report is prepared. Finally, corrective actions are monitored through follow-up activities. During the audit, an opening meeting is held to explain the process. Objective evidence is gathered through interviews, document reviews, and observations, and findings are classified according to their severity. This structured approach ensures consistency and fairness in the auditing process. Classifying findings and corrective action. Audit findings are evaluated according to their significance. Once a nonconformity is identified, the company and administration normally agree on a corrective action plan. The standard period for completing corrective action and any required follow-up audit is 3 months. A major nonconformity is defined as a serious deviation that poses a substantial threat to personnel safety, ship safety, or the marine environment. It may also include a failure to implement adequate corrective actions. If a major nonconformity is identified, corrective action to be implemented immediately, prior to sailing. Prompt resolution of such findings is essential for maintaining certification and ensuring operational safety. Audit findings and company responsibilities. Audit findings generally fall into 3 categories: major nonconformities, nonconformities, and observations. During audits, companies have several important responsibilities. They must inform employees and personnel involved in delegated SMS functions about the objectives and scope of the verification. They must appoint responsible staff to assist auditors, provide all necessary resources and access to records, and fully cooperate with the audit team. Importantly, verification of compliance does not remove the responsibilities of the company, the master, or other personnel under national or international law. Responsibility for safe operation always remains with the company and ship management. Auditor standards and competence. The effectiveness of ISM verification depends heavily on auditor competence. Auditors must possess a minimum of 5 years of experience in technical or operational aspects of safety management, supported by appropriate marine engineering, nautical, or any specific education. They must also complete at least 4 supervised training audits before qualifying. Competence is required in management system auditing, ISM Code interpretation and application, mandatory maritime regulations, shipboard operations, and emergency response procedures. At least 1 company audit and 1 shipboard audit must be included within the training program to ensure balanced practical experience. Key takeaways: making the ISM Code work. The revised guidelines emphasize that successful ISM Code implementation depends on effectiveness rather than paperwork alone. Verification should focus on whether the safety management system achieves the objectives of safe operation and pollution prevention. The complete certification cycle, including interim, initial, annual or intermediate, renewal, and additional verifications, provides continuous assurance of compliance. Audits must be evidence-based, with findings supported by objective evidence and corrective actions completed promptly. Finally, auditor competence is fundamental to the credibility of the entire certification system. Through these principles, the ISM Code promotes a proactive safety culture and continuous improvement throughout the maritime industry. Thank you for watching this video. For more marine topics, please visit the channel Marine Buddies. Your feedback is extremely important for improving the content of this channel.